I'm giving myself 90 days to break my patterns, build real strength, and fully show up for myself. I just feel stuck. I'm sick of having the same goals. I feel like I've had the same goals for over a year now. And every time I make a little bit of progress, I finally start getting somewhere, then I stop or maybe even start reverting back. And then I repeat this every few months. Not even like a binge restrict cycle or anything like that, but I just feel like I'm holding myself back and I really want to actually move the needle and push the boundaries and just cross over the line that I've never crossed before. I want to fully make it and see through to the other side. And this is about my body. This is about my fitness journey, but it's also about building trust within myself and just proving to myself that I can do things. Your fitness journey is ongoing. I want to make physical progress, but I also just want to show up and become so self-reliant and just know that I'm there for me and I can do things for me and that I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. Because if I can't keep my own promises, I can't trust myself. And at the end of the day, like, who do you have? You have you. So don't you want to be someone that you can trust? I feel like I've been half trying and just repeating myself. And what is the definition of insanity? Well, it's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And I know deep down that nothing changes if nothing changes. So here I am giving myself 90 days to really push myself this time. I've accomplished a big milestone in the past. Why can't I do it again? I can, and that starts today. But it is a different milestone with a different journey involved, and you're coming with me. Today starts 90 Days Stronger, a 90-day challenge where I'm locking in to become the best version of myself, both mentally and physically. And you should do it with me. The rules: 10,000 steps a day, 4 workouts per week, 7 hours of sleep minimum, drink half of my body weight in ounces of water daily, do one thing every day for my brain, eat 100 grams of protein a day minimum, and intentional eating. I'm not putting myself on a strict diet, but I want everything I eat to have a purpose. All of these goals are going to be weekly averages. So for example, I'm driving to Wisconsin soon. That's 18 hours in the car in one day. Am I gonna be able to hit 10,000 steps? Probably not. But you know what I can do the day before and after? Get even more steps so that my average is still 10,000 steps per day. I truly believe that what you do day to day creates your life, but I think it's better to have a good week than expect yourself to be perfect every single day. And if I miss a day on something, I don't want to dwell on it. I want to keep going. I'm going to be vlogging this whole thing and posting weekly vlogs so you can see these goals in action every week. Consistency over perfection. Always. But I know how to show up. It's one thing to show up, it's another thing to push yourself. For 90 Days Stronger, I want to push myself. I will be taking progress photos and I will be weighing myself on my body analyzer scale so I can get my body composition, my body fat percentage, my muscle, all of that. And I'm really excited to be able to compare the stats. Measuring progress is so awesome and it's good to do it in many different forms. And I really do believe taking care of yourself physically, working on yourself physically really helps you mentally. Whether we're just talking about general mental health or we're talking about being productive in your work, putting effort into your relationships, everything mentally, it makes you smarter, I swear. So these are my goals for 90 Days Stronger. Again, I really want you to do this with me. And if you have to alter some of these rules to fit your lifestyle better, that's okay. Alter them. Let me know what you're working on. As long as you're showing up and you're pushing yourself to be better and to make real progress mentally and physically, then we're on the same page. I've never really tried meal prepping before, and I totally get why people do it. Number one, it makes things easy and convenient throughout the week. Number two, you don't have to make any decisions. Number 3, because of that, you're more likely to stay on track. And I just feel like it could be good all around. So we're gonna give it a go. You can use any regular containers, but I was really excited about this. So I got some meal prep containers. They have the divider in them in case I want to keep anything separate. So I'll have these linked if you're interested. I've never owned containers with dividers like this, so I'm pretty pumped about it, okay? They got the snap lids and everything. I think specifically for lunches, I'll love these. I thought instead of having the same thing every day for breakfast, every day for lunch, every day for dinner, etc., I would do at least like 2 meals so I could rotate. So breakfast Monday will be the same as Wednesday, Tuesday the same as Thursday, stuff like that. For one option of my lunches, I want to make essentially kind of like a little lunch box. Just like a couple different food items that I like pick through and I don't know, kind of like a snack plate lunch. I'll do this for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The main protein source is 2 different types of chicken sausage. This one's open. Obviously, I've had this one. I really like this one. Spinach and feta. This one is a flavor I've never tried. It's wild mushroom with Italian herbs. Hopefully I like this. I think a good way to plan meals is think about your protein source and kind of build around it. It's great to aim for 30 grams of protein per meal, then add your nutrients, right? Add some healthy fats, add your veggies, get in some fiber, then carbs. This honestly might look boring to you, but I do chicken sausage and cottage cheese and then whatever else I can find as a last minute dinner pretty often. And I know I like this flavor. I'm assuming I'm gonna like these and they are flavored enough, whereas I kept them separate because I'm gonna need to reheat them. I'm not eating cold sausage. That sounds like torture. But then I kind of like mix it in with the cottage cheese, and carrots are just good for snacking. And if I have this midday, you know, something with a crunch and something that takes a little bit to eat, I feel like this is a nice, easy, good thing. Also, ideally, I would be able to have some pineapple with it just to change it up, but this isn't ripe yet, so I'm gonna cut it this week, and then this can also be a nice little snack. This one has 11 grams of protein per sausage. This one has 13. So here we have 35 grams of protein. Here we have 39. And maybe I'll love this, maybe I'll hate it. If I hate it, I don't have to do it again. And that's on trial and error. And for my other 2 lunches, we're gonna do tuna salad. Easy to put together and great for the macros. There's about 31 grams of protein in each of these bowls, which is great. Awesome lunches. And when I'm eating them, I'll throw some croutons on top for fun. You could make this into a sandwich. You could make this into a salad. You could eat it with crackers. And I honestly don't have greens or crackers, but I have croutons. So I'm gonna throw croutons in there for a crunch, change it up, make it a little bit more exciting, and it's a great lunch. For breakfast, you can probably guess, but I am, in fact, going to be making the Greek yogurt bagels and making those into breakfast sandwiches. However, I want 2 options, so we're going to do breakfast sandwiches for one option and yogurt bowls for another option. I'm actually going to put the yogurt bowls in my Ninja Creamy containers. This is vanilla Greek yogurt, which is great because it is already flavored. Yes, that means there's additives, whatever. Honestly, plain Greek yogurt is so sour, I would need to add something to be able to just eat it by itself in a yogurt bowl anyway. A serving of Greek yogurt, some PB Fit. I'll mix this all together so it'll make sense why it's powdered. It's just better for a calorie basis, and you do have to kind of keep that in mind. Some chia seeds and some flax seeds for some more nutritional value and a little more protein. And lastly, blueberries. There's a complete yogurt bowl. And I will make 1 more of them. 2 yogurt bowls. These both have 28 grams of protein, so not quite 30, but that's okay. For dinner, I'm gonna start with one option. I love cowboy caviar. I haven't made it in a long time, and I thought that would be a fun base. Throw some chicken on top, and that could be a whole meal. There's so much that goes into it. There's a ton of flavors. It's just so yummy. So we're gonna get to chopping and put everything in a bowl. Then I'm gonna kind of portion it out and figure out what that looks like, because I have no idea. caviar is done. I made a mess, which is fine. I never know which sauce recipe. A lot of people just play it by ear, but I made it one time a few years ago and I'm so obsessed with how it tasted, and I don't know which recipe I used, so that's unfortunate. But I did try it and it's yummy. Originally, I was thinking I would portion it all out, but the thing is, number one, that is a lot of mouth. Like, I'd have to count everything on all the cans, all the whatever, Google the tomatoes, etc. Number two, it's pretty hard to overeat something like this, where it's vegetables, it's beans, there's a lot of like nutritional value, right? Like my plan is that will be the base, and then tomorrow, because I have chicken in the fridge thawing right now, tomorrow I'll probably season it real good, just put it on the stove, and then have that together. But it's ready to go, aside from the chicken, and then I am gonna add some avocado on top. I didn't wanna cut into it now because I don't want it to get too mushy, and it doesn't last as long as the other stuff, right? And I'm only doing one dinner because there's a lot of this, and I'm gonna need to get through it, so it's gonna last me. I was saving bagels and my second breakfast option for last because it is a little more tedious, a little more messy, takes a bit of time. I cleaned everything up, and now let's get to the bagels, and then after the bagels, we gotta make the whole sandwich. I've actually never made what I'm gonna try to make. We'll see how it goes. I am doing equal parts of the cottage cheese and Greek yogurt with self-rising flour. This is gonna be I'm making such a mess. This is gonna be 2 cups of cottage cheese and 2 cups of Greek yogurt. We'll mix just this together first. We'll switch to the dough piece and slowly add in our flour. So I have 4 cups of flour since I had 2 cups of cottage cheese and 2 cups of Greek yogurt. And I'm definitely going to cover this, otherwise it might get a little messy. I'm honestly exhausted from making all this food, and I still have to make the sheet pan of eggs because I want to make a full sandwich, but I just keep thinking about how much time I'm gonna have throughout this week because I pretty much don't have to cook anything, which is so nice and so cool. I've never done this before. But man, I'm tired. Like, I just want this to be over, you know? My future self will thank me. They look beautiful and they smell even better. My goodness. My next plan, I have no idea if it's gonna work. But you know what? If it does, this will last me a while and I'll get to repeat it. So essentially, I made all those bagels, right? But now I wanna make the inside. I wanna make the actual like rest of the breakfast sandwich. So I cracked a bunch of eggs and egg whites and cottage cheese and put them in a bowl. I also separately ground breakfast sausage. This is pre-seasoned breakfast sausage. And so I want to bake it all together on a sheet pan, cut it into slices, and then I can just assemble the breakfast sandwich. Easy in theory, right? The pan is greased. For a while I was going back and forth between if I wanted to grease it or use parchment paper, but I feel like the parchment paper would almost make it more messy because it won't perfectly sit in the pan. So I'm gonna spread out the breakfast sausage. I also always cook my eggs with cottage cheese, which I show all the time on my channel if you're not new here. But I'm gonna take the mixture and pour it over all of this and hope that I can get everything even. And then bake it and cross my fingers. I have no idea like what portion size is right. So this is like just making it. I put the oven at 350. I feel like that's a safe bet. Hopefully I don't spill it. Oh, this is so heavy. Oh my goodness. This is so scary. This is so scary. Okay, I spilled. Not a clue how long it has to bake, so I'm just gonna have to watch it. But if this works, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be such a success. I already sliced a bunch of the bagels. Working hard today. But if I have 15 breakfast sandwiches ready to go, that would be amazing. I think it looks done. I made these so uneven. Here is a test. We have our bagel. Let's grab one right from the middle. Ha! Look at that. No sticking. Hell freaking yes. Looks pretty done. Fits right on that bagel. This is what I'm talking about. We have the bagel. We have the egg and sausage mixture. We can sandwich it up. We can foil wrap this. And that is meal prep. I am so excited about this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 breakfast sandwiches ready and a bunch more bagels. The egg sheet pan has about 12 and a half per serving. They are different sizes, but okay, we have to do our best here. And then the bagel, I remember having like 9 to 10. So if we say 9 and a half plus 12 and a half, we got 22 grams of protein. No, it's not a full 30, but this is great. Maybe I'll add cheese or something next time, maybe more meat, who is to say? But this is a great start to my meal prep journey. I'm so happy I have that ready for the week. We'll see how it goes. I wonder if it'll save me a lot of time. But regardless, I'm excited to dive in. I'm going to be very real and raw, as always. And this is about like fitness, nutrition, my body, but it's also deeper than that too. I want to kind of like experiment with new routines and just try different methods, ways of life. You know, I'm already starting with one, meal prepping. I've never actually like legit meal prepped meals for the whole week before. We'll see if it works for me. And I'm excited to track my progress. Obviously, with photos and just like how I feel in general, but also my body analyzer scale. Like I'm just excited to see. When you start making progress, I swear that is just like a re-motivation. It sparks you. It's such a fun feeling. And next, I think it's necessary to just journal a little bit and kind of brainstorm how I want my days to look, maybe different focuses I want for different weeks, and just brain dump how I want this to go. Things I can try. Something I never do, but I want to start doing is picking out my workout outfit the night before. I mean, I wear the same thing. Like I just grab shorts and a sports bra and a t-shirt every day, but I do stand behind the whole like make as many decisions the night before so that the next day you don't have decision fatigue and you can just like go. You know, regardless of what time I work out or like what I'm even gonna wear, whatever. I think just preparing the night before and setting things out is better and just helps sets me up for success. So I think we'll do some gray First Form shorts and a pretty much matching gray sports bra, completed with an also dark gray Hanes t-shirt from Amazon. This is like my go-to gym fit, but I'm gonna put it on my desk chair and it'll just be a good reminder, motivator, and just like sign of readiness, you know? I swear I feel my best when I wake up in the morning after I've had tea at night. We'll do some magnesium. This is magnesium glycinate. It's the strand that you're supposed to take before bed. If you've ever heard about taking magnesium before bed, because there's so many different kinds of magnesium. And for the tea, peppermint tea, so good for the stomach. Some turmeric, and I think it has to be paired with pepper. And some ginger root. I am excited. I'm feeling motivated. I really just have so much drive and passion and desire to like tap in to an area of myself that I haven't tapped into, or just push myself to accomplish more than I have. I'm just feeling good. Okay. I was looking too, and this will take us near the end of the year, which is exciting. Ending 2025 off strong, starting 2026 off even stronger. And it's crazy to think about the end of the year because it is technically still summer, but that's the reality of it. And I'm just feeling good. And I'm gonna feel even better. I always say like you don't know how good you can feel until you're actually experiencing it. And by treating yourself so good from within, you're gonna feel so good from within and without, like outside of you too. It's like internal and external. It's just amazing. Please join me on this if you want to. I am inviting you. I am going to be posting on my community tab, and I can actually open it up to you, which is really cool. So it'll kind of be like a little group for us to discuss. Join me. Post on there. I want to put little prompts every now and then, you know, like Monday check-ins or like drop your favorite recipe or like what are your goals. I just think it'll be an extra area for us to connect and talk and things. Also, if you know, are like, hey, Morgan, I think you should try this challenge, or I think you should try this leave me comments and maybe that will spice up the videos, the challenges, etc. You know, like, would you want to see a 5 a.m. week? Would you want to see me get even more protein and no protein powder, like stuff like that? I really love my workout split, but I could add in other things too. And I really would love you to be involved because not only is this series holding me accountable, but by you being involved too, it can help hold you accountable and it can help you hold me accountable. We're all being accountable. The community tab posts are a little bit newer on YouTube in a sense that you can also post on my feed. So if it's a little confusing, go to my profile, subscribe while you're at it, turn on your notifications, weekly vlogs to come. I'm excited, but go to my profile. There should be a community tab and you should hopefully be able to see it from there. I think it would even be fun to do little shout outs, you know, like if you accomplish a milestone and you want me to share it with everyone, that could be fun to add into my videos. So as always, I'm rooting for you. I know you are cheering me on as well, and I love you for that. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the first weekly vlog of 90 Days Stronger. Please subscribe and I'll see you very soon.